Hi everyone, just making a quick update here on Friday evening. There's been so much happening this week. I've been busy organising our Heritage Party conference in Reading on the 28th of September. But more important than that, that is of great concern is what is taking place at the moment in terms of Ukraine, Russia, and the powers that be in the West, talking about giving Zelensky permission to fire British Storm Shadow weapons, which are long range missiles deep into Russia, which will be seen as an act of war. Well, it is an act of war because if we give Ukraine permission to fire these, they're not going to be firing it themselves. They will be trained, operated by British soldiers, NATO soldiers. The satellite guidance systems will be NATO guidance systems. So this is another escalation on top of all the other escalations that have happened over the last 2.5 years. And but this is really a step too far, And this President Putin has said this will be the thing that crosses the red line where it will be obvious that this is an act of war because these are British weapons, long-range weapons, firing into Russia, operated by and guided by NATO operatives and equipment. We just shouldn't even be considering this, but yet David Lammy and Antony Blinken went over to visit Zelensky, and they're pushing for it. Starmer's pushing for it. The person who's been the UK Prime Minister, shockingly, since the beginning of July. It seems that Biden, bizarrely, may be the one that halts this madness. I don't know. Talks are going on at the moment, looking at reports at the moment saying that he doesn't really want this, but who knows, because he doesn't seem to be in charge. He doesn't seem to know where he is, what day it is, what clothes he has on even. So he's pretty useless at actually, controlling anything. So this would just be absolutely, unnecessary and ridiculous and very, very dangerous. And if we start allowing British missiles to fire into Russia, to destroy Russian targets, to kill Russian people in Russia, well, that's basically World War III right there. So, as always, I condemn absolutely any escalation in this conflict. We should be de-escalating. It's got nothing to do with NATO. It's got nothing to do with me or you or ordinary people living in NATO countries in the West. I mean, you question why we even need NATO anymore, because the Warsaw Pact was disbanded after the Cold War, and NATO just seems to be causing more problems than it solves. I say it's not solving any problems. It's making the world more dangerous, and it's not acting in our best interests of national security and defence anymore. It's not something that is defending citizens in the West and making our lives more secure and safer. It's making our lives more risky, more dangerous, and more likely that we're going to get some, Kinshal weapons smashing into one of our cities, which is tit for tat. That's how it'll go. So I condemn this as the Heritage Party, is our manifesto. It's written there clearly. We should not be getting involved in third-party conflicts and escalating conflicts. The only thing we should be doing, if there's a third-party conflict like that between Russia and Ukraine, is trying to de-escalate so that there are no more lives lost unnecessarily. And Ukraine is the biggest, victim of this, if you like, the ordinary Ukrainian people, because 500,000 of them have died. And now the press gangs are going around trying to get 500,000 more young Ukrainian men to go and fight in the front lines, and they don't want to. They want an end to this now, just like everybody, and it's insane. But of course, the reason that this is going on is not because of you and me and ordinary people. The powers that be want to take ownership of Ukraine, its mineral resources, its land, its agricultural resources. And you've got companies like BlackRock, banks like JP Morgan. BlackRock's obviously a hedge fund that owns an awful lot of everything. And they think they own the place. And they're going to be very, very, on very, very thin ground if Putin does push them out, wipe them out, and take the resources and the minerals and the agricultural land that they think that they're going to own after this war. So Russia is doing well. They are taking village after village after village and moving across eastern Ukraine, the Donbass. The resistance lines are collapsing, and it's only a matter of time before Russia moves right up to the Dnieper River, maybe over it. And then all of the plans that BlackRock, the Biden crime family, the military-industrial complex, the banks like JP Morgan have for pillaging the wealth of Ukraine will be ground into dust. They won't get a thing. They won't get a penny, which is what needs to happen, because this group of people, this cabal, is destructive and parasitic to everything, and not just Ukraine, but to all our countries in the West as well. And the sooner they're gone, the better, to be honest. But anyway, we need to de-escalate. So I'm saying it here, please speak up. The more noise we make, the more there's just a slight chance that we have that this latest insane escalation will not happen. Let's hope and pray that it doesn't, and speak out against it. Thanks for listening. God bless you all.